evening, everyone. Welcome to Ham Radio Basics Live, Season 2, Episode 11, Ham Radio News and Updates, April 24th, 2024. Hope everyone is doing well. Got a video out today. It's on Hamvention. It's a preview, so definitely recommend that you watch that. It was last week's episode. I just put it out there for everybody. See who we got in the chat here already. All right, James, welcome. Thank you for stopping by tonight. Went ahead, some items and notes, some housekeeping before we get into things. We went ahead and we booked our hotel reservations, our car rental reservations, and our air reservations for Hamvention. We will be coming up on Sergeant Rock. Welcome. Good to see you, my friend. We'll be coming up on Thursday. I believe it's the 16th, and we're going to be heading out on Sunday morning. XRP Pirate, welcome. Good to see you tonight. And we'll be going, and our plans are this. Thursday, we're going to be in Columbus most of the day. Friday morning, we're going to head out. We're staying on the west side of Columbus, Ohio, and it's only about 45 minutes from Xenia, where Hamvention is. And we're going to spend the entire day on Friday there. We may, depending upon how successful a day we have on Friday, we may be coming back Saturday morning. I'm not quite sure. But if we're successful on Friday, it's just going to be Friday that we're going to be there, but we may come back on Saturday. I don't know that yet. So, and we're going to be spending some time with our grandchildren. So, and my daughter and my son-in-law. So, and hopefully try to see my sons as well. So we're really looking forward to it. It's going to be a great time there. One of the things I wanted to bring up, and I was going to talk about this, and it just kind of dawned on me today in looking at some of this stuff. Hang on just a second here. I'm sorry, I should have had this ready to go here. I wasn't really thinking about it, but the more I was thinking about it, I went ahead and I was looking on Instagram today, and I came across this post, and I wanted to share this with you guys as the first bit of news here. It looks like, and this is from what I understand, it looks like ICOM is supposed to be putting something out at Hamvention. It's this ad from ICOM America, and you can see right here, the wait is almost over. Discover at 2024 Hamvention, and it has an empty spot with a circle on it. And you can only imagine what that possibly could be. Just because it's up in the corner where there's two handhelds up there, who knows? It could be mobile. It could be another handheld. It could be another HF transceiver. It could be a UHF, VHF mobile rig. Who knows? Or an HF all-band transceiver. Who knows? But this is exciting, and I wanted to make mention of this fact to make sure you guys are aware of this. Hey, Dr. Ted, good to see you tonight. Thank you for stopping by. So I wanted to make mention of this here. So we're going to be on the lookout when we get there to Hamvention. Now, there may be a possibility, if we have time on Thursday, we may run out there because we can pick up our media passes that day. And you're allowed to park right up front when you do that on Thursday. And vendors are setting up. Now, we're allowed to go in. We're just not allowed to talk to the vendors unless they engage in conversation with us. So just wanted to let you know that. But, yeah, I wanted to let you guys know about this because I thought this was really interesting. And I wanted to make sure that we mentioned this before we get into things here tonight because, And I would assume this is true because when I posted it, nobody said anything to the contrary, and I got a lot of views on it, both on Twitter, Instagram, and on Facebook. So there is probably something coming from ICOM. So we'll see what it is. I'm excited. If I were to venture a guess, and this is just me off the top of my head here, okay, I think what they're going to do here is I think you're going to see an upgrade to the IC 7100. You're going to see something, and this is just, I'm just throwing this out there. I have no basis and no fact. The only thing that kind of drives this is, the 7100 came back, and they kind of retooled it, upgraded some of the internal parts and everything. I think we're going to see an enhanced 7100. I think we're going to see something with a color display. I think it probably, instead of having a separate unit, or it'll have a detachable head instead of the way it is right now. It'll be much more compact, have a built-in tuner. Yeah. And maybe a waterfall on it too. So who knows? That's just pure conjecture on my part, but we'll see. That's coming up. That's around the corner. That's that's going to be in less than 3 weeks right now. So we're excited because we're going up to Ohio as well too. So it's going to be a good time. So we're looking forward to that. That should be really good. IC 7305, James. I like your attitude on that. That's a good one. That's a very good one. Okay. We're going to kind of dive into things here. One of the first things that I wanted to mention was, okay. All right. When I recently did a review on the TID radio TDH3, and if you guys get a chance, Cornbread, well, welcome. Yeah, I kind of do too. I kind of like the FT891 Cornbread. It's a detachable faceplate, but it stays on for the most part the whole time. That's what I do like. Okay, I don't like how the 7100 is. I think I don't like that. So that may be what you're saying on there as well here. So okay, I did a review on the TID radio TDH3, and it worked very well. I was very pleased with it. I don't have a tiny SA analyzer. That's on my bucket list of things to get, and I will be picking one up. Hopefully, I might get one out at Hamvention if I can find one at a decent price. Otherwise, I'll probably just get it off of Amazon. But I went ahead and I put it through a test. And the one thing I do want to say this about TID radio, they really listen to their customers and they make improvements. I'm very pleased with that. I know some people have done some tests with it. And HOA Ham, my good friend Bob, did a test with it, and spurious emissions were a little on the side where you want to be concerned about it, but we'll see. I'm not so concerned with that. I'm looking at the functionality of the radio. Yeah, I am concerned with it, but it's not extremely high like a lot of Balpungs are that are just off the charts, and send it back to Amazon or burn it or all that kind of good stuff. But no, they build a good quality radio. And the one thing that has stood out with me with this one, and then the TDH2, I think that I did a few months back, is their Bluetooth programming capabilities on this. You download the app on your phone, and it really is. It's the easiest way I've found to program a radio. Okay, it really is. The RT systems, they're good. I did that with my Yaesu, but this is I really like that. Thank you, Dr. Ted, for posting that. I really like that, and I really like being able to do that. One of the things that really kind of stood out for me in not a good way is it's small and it has a small form factor, which is okay, but my fingers are not small, and it's a little more difficult to hit the buttons on it. Not impossible, but a little more difficult. So, but all in all, I tested it with my FT5D, and reception was great on it. The audio was clear on it. I was pleased. I was very, very pleased with this. And like I said, I think, for the price, for what you get for this, it's a great radio. It does come in different flavors. It does come in GMRS or ham. So you have to specify that if you go out to Amazon to look for this. So just kind of wanted to throw this out here for everybody. Now, I do go ahead and occasionally post things from my other channels here, and I posted one from my drone channel on the Mini 4 Pro and a dangerous intersection down by where I live here. Um, and there's a gentleman overcoming initial challenges with a Yaesu FT710. That's a good video. He goes into some detail in what some of his concerns are with this. And then Bob right here, he does a great review on the TDH3 with spurious emissions. Definitely, I recommend that you watch that video. He does use a tiny SA analyzer, and like I said, I'm going to be getting one. But I think he really kind of shows you where it's at. So that would definitely be something that I would recommend. And here's a video on the tiny SA Ultra, and it showing you how to work. And they're really not that hard. They're really very easy to use. It's just for me having to get the funds together to get it. There's so much that I want to get, and so much I want to get, and so little money to purchase it. Okay, this gentleman right here. Was able to contact the ISS. He was totally not, going, it was a real surprise on Parks to Park. So kudos to him for doing that. That was fantastic. Okay. And then of course there's another review from my, one of my drone videos about a battery charge. And one of the things, batteries for drones, they're different. They're lithium ion. And a lot of the manufacturers, they don't charge sequentially. They don't charge concurrently. They charge sequentially. This one charges concurrently, which is fantastic. So, and then somebody did this. This was just too funny. Okay. The new Kenwood TS 9999000 contesting transceiver, the microwave, coffee maker, refrigerator. Yeah, it's nice seeing some humorous things that people post out there. I enjoy that. I thought that was interesting. These gentlemen here was fantastic. I don't know if you saw this video or not, but I included it on there because some good Samaritans stopped by and helped get this guy out of his burning car on the interstate, which was that I like seeing stuff like that. Okay, doing POTA in the state of Florida. All right. We have a couple of challenges doing POTA. Okay. Now, if you're doing it from inside your car and your antenna is already set up, you're good to go. Okay. But if you're going out and doing POTA in the state of Florida, there's a couple things you need to be aware of. You need to be aware of alligators, because if you're near a body of water, gators are there. Okay. It's just a rule of thumb in the state of Florida. If you're around a body of water, gators are there. Number one. And the other thing you have to look out for are snakes. Okay. And we have a number of snakes in the state of Florida, and a lot of them are poisonous. So you do want to be very careful when you're going out and doing this. I almost always recommend, in the state of Florida especially, that you go out with somebody and that, you're super careful. For me, I haven't done POTA in the state of Florida. Simply, number one, I don't have a state park near me. It's probably about 50 miles is the closest state park. And number two, these kind of critters bother me. All right. We have alligators on our ponds here in the development we live in, but they're pretty, except for mating season, which is now, they pretty much stay to themselves. They take care of themselves in the pond. They take care of their food on the pond or near the pond, and they're good. We've seen some snakes out in the grass, but one thing, our HOA or our lawn maintenance is weekly, and our grass is cut pretty short, so it's pretty easy to see things out on the lawn. I've actually only seen one snake since we've been here, and it was trying to climb up a tree, and a mother bird was pecking at it from the rear to chase it away, and it was successful. So, but other than that, I haven't seen any out here. But if you do POTA in the state of Florida, my strong recommendation is to go ahead and make sure that you have somebody with you when you're doing that. Or if you're operating completely from the inside of your vehicle, your antenna is already set up, you're mobile, and you're going to do POTA from your vehicle, go for it. But yeah, this is an extra thing that we have to look forward to in the state of Florida if you come down here to do that. So just want to let you know that. You're going to see several videos from Walt. Walt just knocked it out of the park. Okay. Walt's one of my favorite people, and I don't know if he's coming to Hamvention or not. I hope he is. So I'd love to meet him. He nails it. His videos are so simple, so straightforward, and right out there. And he talks about his favorite DX antenna, and it probably shouldn't come as a surprise to you, but I'm not going to spoil it. Definitely watch the video. He does a great job. He lays it out real crystal clear. And whenever he does something that is not, something that you can't buy, say from like Chameleon or DX Engineering or Ham Radio Outlet or Gigaparts, okay, he explains how he does it, and he puts diagrams in there to show you the lengths of things, and the wire he uses, a pole that he would use, counterpoise that he would use. So definitely, that's why, again, he keeps things very simple. So another video for my drone channel, and talking about that was last night. We're talking about the drone ban update. They're trying to ban Chinese drones here in the United States, and not only for just businesses, but also for consumers like me. And so we'll kind of see on that. And you probably are aware, I have a Tundra Nation Basics channel all about the third generation Toyota Tundra, and I did a video on some buying tips for the Tundra. So if you're interested, I would highly recommend you check that out. And that not only apply to the Tundra, but a lot of vehicles as well. So I think they're pretty good. And of course, another video from Walt. Your first ham radio HF transceiver, should you buy new or used? Walt really lays out a great case here. And again, I won't spoil the video for you. I definitely recommend that you watch that. He'll definitely guide you in the right direction here. Yeah, we have water moccasins here. We have rattlesnakes here, coral snakes here. The coral snakes aren't as aggressive, from what I understand, James. Um, in my simple understanding, I do hear the cottonmouths and water moccasins are very aggressive. So, if you hear them, you head for the hills, get in the other direction. So, all right. And there's a promo for tonight. Okay. This is a good announcement here, and I'm glad I stopped on this one here. New amateur extra license course 2024-2028 question pool. The new amateur extra question pool is available May the 1st, and this is for our good friends at Ham Radio Prep. So if that's something you're looking to study for, if you're interested in getting your amateur extra, that new question pool comes out on May the 1st. And kind of went over that during Hamcation when I talked to James and all the good folks at Ham Radio Prep. The pool's a little bit less. The questions are a little not much, but they're a little less as well. So be prepared for that. You've seen all but the coral. And you know what, James? I've seen the coral snake, and I haven't seen the other ones. I've seen the coral snake, and they're very easy to identify. Extremely easy. And they're not aggressive from from what everybody tells me. Yeah, and I saw the coral snake in the wild too. So, but I haven't seen thankfully I haven't seen any rattlers or water moccasins or any of those, which is really nice. So. Okay, but yeah, this is the new question pool is coming out on May the 1st. So be prepared for that, and be aware that it's coming out, especially if that's something that you're studying for. Okay. You guys probably know Julian, OH8 STN. He's an expatriate living overseas. I think he lives over in Norway. He is the best at what I'll call ham radio, off grid, the best by far. And he has an outstanding channel, a great blog. Definitely recommend that you check that out. He's doing a set up a Microsoft Surface Go for portable ham radio data mode. So He is so intelligent. He does a great job on that. He is fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Okay. Hamvention put out an update here. Two important announcements. It appears the Fairborn Inn has been sold. We're not sure if any Hamvention attendees reservations are being honored. Please contact the hotel prior to arriving. Auxiliary comm class to be held May 20th, 21st, 22nd. There was a significant error in the previous messages regarding registration. The email address for registration was incorrect. If you send in your registration, it needs to be sent again, but to the proper address, and it's listed right there, just to let you guys know. And DJI is releasing a new 4K mini camera drone. It's going to be very budget friendly, from what I understand, so, and that's coming up on Monday. ARRL has field days coming up in June, and it has its gear out. I love their shirt. I love their ARRL field day shirts. Sorry, I had to get that out. So, oh, no problem, James, no problem. They put out some great shirts and some nice gear for field day, so you definitely want to check that out. I love this. I absolutely love this from Hayden. This is what ham radio clubs should be like. Full house, all sorts of discussion about radios, antennas, and experimentation. Love it. Let's see if I can get this a little bit better. Yeah, there you go. Okay. Boy, if a picture is 1,000 words, it's this kind of picture, because you see people are engaging with one another, talking to each other. Going to ham clubs is great when you hear presentations and things, but it's really the one-on-one time when you have with other like-minded ham radio lack of words, other ham radio operators. Okay. When you're talking with them and you're talking shop, and saying, I think I'm going to use an end-fed wave for this. What do you think? No, you should probably use a vertical in this instance, and just getting into some kind of discussion, or what kind of a battery should I bring when I take my 705 out in the field? Because I want to have a good strong 10 watts QRP. What should I bring out there? What do you guys think? Something that's going to last me all day, and I'm going to be doing, QRP for the day, or things like that. Questions like that. This is fantastic. This is why clubs are good. And I want to thank Hayden for calling attention to this. That's absolutely fantastic. I think that's great. And apparently, this store in the UK is getting stocked up, and look what they're getting stocked up on. Okay. Yaesu FT891, ICOM 7300, Yaesu FT710, IC705, FTM 600D right there. Some other boxes that are smaller, and I can't read their print. I think those are Yaesus up there as well. Just a nice candy store to go shopping in, so to speak. So, okay. Well, I think that, Cornbread, that's a good point, and I think they're available to study on May the 1st, but they become effective July the 1st. And thank you for bringing that up. I appreciate that. Oh, Mike, there you are. Yeah. It's coming up It's coming up real quick. I am really looking forward to meeting you, and you're going to meet my better half as well. And we're looking to have a great time out there. We really are. We'll probably come back Saturday morning just to let you guys know that. Because I don't think we're gonna get through all the buildings in one day. We'll see. I don't know. It's so much easier at Hamcation to go through the buildings in one day than it is at Hamvention. So, okay, James, appreciate your stopping by tonight. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Have a great rest of your day. And I love Ham Radio Prep and what they do. And everybody that passes, they get out there and they let the whole ham radio community know about their success. And they do such a good job. And this is one of the other jobs that I think they do so well is they let everybody know when, someone has passed. And it's such a great feeling, when you've punched your first ticket for your tech, and when you get your general, when you get your amateur extra, those are great feelings. And it's great feelings to last for a lifetime. And kudos to everybody in Ham Radio Prep. And this is Joe of Louisiana. So that's absolutely fantastic. There's our good friend Michael Martins. He Dude Antenna end-fed half-wave kit. Ham Radio Dude's portable end-fed half-wave antenna. The Dude Antenna features a substantial torrid and reinforced radiating wire for 100-watt operation in both digital and sideband modes. Learn more about this essential end-fed half-wave here. And Michael knocks it out of the park every time with these videos. He does a great job, and Ham Radio Dude does a great job as well too. So definitely you want to take a look at this. I don't always use APRS, but when I do, it's on APRS Thursday. There you go. Okay, it's coming. Of course, Thursday's tomorrow. And this QRP guy, Quirky QRP Radios, just does such a great job with that. These pads are fantastic, and he has a lot of other T-shirts out there and merchandise. And definitely want to check him out. He does a great job. 20 watts versus 100 watts. How much HF radio power do you need? Walt did a fantastic. This probably encapsulates why I like Walt so much. He went in and explained why 20 watts is just as good as 100 watts, especially in his use case. Of course, he goes by the shore a lot of times, and he uses the salt water quite a bit to enhance propagation for him. But he also goes into explain it with looking at decibels. And he brings up, Callum had a video, and he posted a link to that as well, who explained decibels real well. Walt gets into it a little bit here, but definitely you want to watch this video. I think it's fantastic. And you can really learn a lot. Why? It's not necessarily having 100 watts is always, you don't always need that. And Walt has shown time and time again with his G90 that 20 watts can really crank it out, depending, of course, on time of day that you're broadcasting as well too. Now, Josh put out a great video here. How do you deal with jerks on the radio? Okay, that's something you're going to encounter them. It's like that one of those facts of life that it's just going to happen. You're going to encounter them. How you handle them is up to you. And I know a lot of times, for me, spin the dial. We're just don't let the door hit you on the way out. I don't even acknowledge them. Okay. Because when you acknowledge them, that's the first thing that they want. They want to be acknowledged. And then to engage them, no. Don't waste your time. Don't waste your effort. Go make a good contact with somebody, okay? Leave them go. Let them do their thing. Find a clear frequency that someone else is broadcasting on. Make a contact with them and go for it, okay? That's for me, that's what I have to say about that, okay? And then, of course, here's my video on Hamvention, the preview and tips. It's coming up, and that's an actual aerial shot of what it looks like and what the three buildings are, and they're big buildings. So, but yeah, he does. He really does, Jeff. Well, that's all I got for tonight. As far as let's go ahead and stop sharing. Okay, that's all I got tonight in terms of news and the updates. So, Hamvention's coming up. It's right around the corner here. And a couple of items of note for me, when I get back from Hamvention, probably first week of June or so, I have my first of 2 major oral surgeries. So yeah, I'm gonna try to get some videos out there for Wednesday nights so you guys can watch them. Maybe some replays. I don't want to bore you to death with some replays. I'm going to try to get some new content out there. I'm working on that right now. I'm working on getting my Texan PL990, making some, I don't want to say making some contacts, but finding some people, say like on 10, 20 meters, 40 meters, and listening to them and see how clear that is and how well that works. So I do want to do that. I got some other ones in the works, so stay tuned for that. But month of June, maybe July, I'm going to try to get at least a video a week out there. I'm going to try to get a lot done ahead of time, because I imagine for a couple of weeks, I'm going to have one surgery, and then 6 weeks later, the other surgery happens. And yeah, it needs to be done. So, and if you can also, say a prayer for financing as well too, because I got the numbers for it, and it's a real owie. It's a real ouch here. So, and it's unfortunately going to delay my retirement by at least a year, which, good, bad, or indifferent. But I got a plan. We're going to get it handled, and I'm looking forward to having fully functional teeth coming up here within the next few months. So, anyway, yeah, that's a good point, Jeff. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That's a very good point. Um, Thank you, Mike. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's gonna be a long road, but I got the best oral surgeon. The guy is hands down. He's not only he's not only a dentist, a DDS. He's also an MD. And he uses twilight sedation. Um, and we have a game plan that I've done a lot of research on, and I'm working in conjunction with a fantastic dentist who's on the same game plan, and he knows this oral surgeon well. He's worked with him for years. So I feel very confident in that we're going to have a lot of success here. So, but it's just there, no pain, no gain kind of thing here. So everybody have a great rest of your week. Get out there, make some contacts, have some fun. And if you want to look to a guy who makes contacts, is in morning, noon, and night, Mike. Okay. You inspire me like nobody else. On your way to work, on your way home from work, just wonderful. And I love that. And I love how you influence your young ones as well too. I think that's great. So, anyway, guys, Hamvention coming up. Hopefully I'll be able to see a lot of you guys out there. Have a great rest of your evening. Have a great rest of your week. Make some contacts. Have some fun. And remember, it's always a great day to make a QSO. 7 3s, everybody. Have a great rest of your evening.